Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to talk about something that is truly transformative: cultivating a growth mindset. In the simplest terms, a growth mindset is the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through hard work, dedication, and perseverance. Is the understanding that success is not just about innate talent, but about learning, adapting, and improving continuously. Now, why is this so important? Because this mindset is not just a concept. It's a game changer in how we approach life, face challenges, and achieve our goals. In a world where instant gratification often seems to take precedence, where people are quick to judge themselves and others based on one moment, one achievement, or even one failure, the idea of a growth mindset offers a refreshing shift in perspective. It's the belief that failures don't define us, but rather they are stepping stones toward improvement and success. It's the idea that no matter where we start or what obstacles we face, we always have the potential to grow, to get better, and to achieve greatness. To understand why cultivating a growth mindset is essential, we need to first recognize how our mindset influences our actions and our outcomes. Our mindset shapes the way we see ourselves, how we approach challenges, and how we interpret setbacks. A person with a fixed mindset believes that their abilities are static and unchangeable. They may think, "I'm just not good at this," or "I'll never be able to do this." On the other hand, someone with a growth mindset embraces challenges, sees failure as an opportunity to learn, and believes that effort will lead to improvement. They think, "I can get better with practice," or "I may not be good at this yet, but I can learn." This shift in perspective is powerful. When we adopt a growth mindset, we shift from seeing ourselves as limited by our current abilities to believing that we can constantly evolve. And this is critical because in any field, whether it's education, business, sports, or personal development, growth comes through continual improvement. Excellence is not an overnight achievement. It's a result of consistent effort, a willingness to learn from mistakes, and an open mind that welcomes new experiences. Now, let's talk about how we can cultivate this mindset. First and foremost, it's important to understand that developing a growth mindset is not an event. It's a process. It's not something that happens overnight, nor is it something that is fixed. It requires continuous effort, conscious practice, and a commitment to shifting our thoughts, behaviors, and reactions to life's challenges. It involves challenging the way we've been conditioned to think and adopting a new belief system that empowers us rather than limits us. The first step in cultivating a growth mindset is becoming aware of our current mindset. Take a moment and reflect. Do you often shy away from challenges? Do you feel defeated when you fail, or do you view failure as a learning experience? Are you focused on proving your intelligence, or are you focused on improving and growing? By identifying whether you have a fixed mindset or a growth mindset, you can begin to make intentional changes. For example, if you find yourself saying, "I'm just not good at this," try replacing that with, "I'm not good at this yet, but with effort and practice, I will improve." That shift in language is one of the simplest but most effective tools in cultivating a growth mindset. Another critical component in developing a growth mindset is learning to embrace failure. We live in a culture that often celebrates success and looks down on failure. But in reality, failure is not something to fear, it's something to embrace. Failure is not a reflection of our abilities. It's an opportunity for growth. When we fail, we get feedback. We learn what works, what doesn't, and what needs to be improved. Failure is a teacher, not a punishment. In fact, some of the world's most successful people failed many times before they succeeded. Think of Thomas Edison, who famously failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb, or Michael Jordan, who was cut from his high school basketball team but went on to become one of the greatest basketball players in history. These individuals didn't let failure define them, they let failure drive them to become better. When we approach failure with the mindset that it is a valuable part of the learning process, we stop fearing it and begin to use it to fuel our growth. This is where the power of resilience comes in. Resilience is the ability to bounce back after setbacks, to persevere when things get tough, and to continue pushing forward no matter how difficult the journey may seem. Resilience is an essential quality in cultivating a growth mindset. It's not enough to simply want to grow. We need the emotional strength and determination to keep going when things don't go as planned. Cultivating a growth mindset also requires us to welcome challenges. The idea of staying in our comfort zones can be tempting. It feels safe, familiar, and free from risk. But true growth happens outside of our comfort zone. When we face challenges, we expand our abilities, learn new skills, and become better versions of ourselves. Think of challenges as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles to success. The more we expose ourselves to challenges, the more we strengthen our resilience and increase our capacity to handle even more difficult situations in the future. Along with embracing challenges, it's important to focus on effort over innate talent. The fixed mindset often places emphasis on natural talent, believing that some people are just born good at certain things while others are not. But the growth mindset teaches us that effort is more important than talent. No matter how talented you may be, without effort, that talent will not lead to success. But with consistent effort, you can develop your skills and abilities to a high level. This concept is crucial not just for individual growth, but also for team dynamics, leadership, and organizational success. When leaders, educators, and managers emphasize effort over innate ability, they create an environment where people feel empowered to improve and grow. This kind of environment fosters collaboration, encourages risk-taking, and motivates individuals to strive for excellence. By praising effort and improvement rather than just results, we can build a culture that values growth and learning. One of the most significant ways to cultivate a growth mindset is by fostering a love for learning. People with a growth mindset are passionate about the process of learning, not just the end result. They understand that learning is an ongoing journey, and they embrace the idea of continuous self-improvement. The more we invest in learning, whether through formal education, reading, attending workshops, or seeking mentorship, the more we equip ourselves to handle challenges and grow in our abilities. In our fast-changing world, the importance of continuous learning cannot be overstated. We live in a time where new technologies, new methodologies, and new knowledge are emerging at an unprecedented rate. To stay relevant and successful, we must remain adaptable and willing to learn. This is why cultivating a growth mindset is not just beneficial, it's necessary. Moreover, as we work to cultivate a growth mindset, it's essential to surround ourselves with people who encourage and support our growth. Our environment plays a significant role in shaping our beliefs and actions. When we are around people who believe in the power of growth, who see challenges as opportunities, and who are committed to continuous improvement, we are more likely to adopt those same beliefs and behaviors. So seek out those who inspire you, who challenge you, and who support you in your journey of growth. At the same time, it's important to be mindful of the negative influences in our lives. People with a fixed mindset may discourage you, make you doubt yourself, or convince you that certain goals are unattainable. It's essential to be aware of these influences and choose to protect your mindset from them. Surround yourself with those who believe in growth, in potential, and in the power of hard work and perseverance. Cultivating a growth mindset is not an easy task, but it is one of the most powerful things you can do for your personal and professional growth. It is a mindset that believes in the limitless potential of human development. It is a mindset that embraces challenges, values effort, learns from failure, and constantly strives for improvement. As we develop this mindset, we unlock new possibilities for success, fulfillment, and self-empowerment. So remember, your abilities are not set in stone. They can be developed. And with each step you take in cultivating a growth mindset, you become a better, stronger, and more capable version of yourself. Thank you.